Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the Noon News from Montana's news leader.
A very good Wednesday afternoon. We're halfway through the work week. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Noon News. I'm Samantha Harrelson. The Catholic Church in Montana completes another part of its settlement agreement with sexual abuse victims. The names of 27 priests and other clergy members accused of sexual abuse have been released to the public. Those names were made public in federal bankruptcy court documents filed by the Diocese of Great Falls Billings. The diocese agreed to a $20 million settlement with 86 victims this past April. Despite these actions, the victims will still get to decide if they accept the settlement. That decision is upcoming at an August hearing. The diocese filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in March of 2017. The first claims of sexual abuse were filed in 2011, but dated back to the 1950s through the 1970s. As part of the settlement, the diocese agreed to post on its website a list of all known past and present clergy members who have been identified by victims. The list will remain on the diocese website for at least 10 years. The diocese would also develop a phone number and email address designed to help handle anonymous complaints of abuse. All victims of sexual abuse would also be released from confidentiality agreements. You can find a full list of the names on our website. Turning now to court news, the Oregon man accused of abandoning a baby in the woods near Lolo Hot Springs last month says he's not guilty. Francis Crowley appeared in court where he faces 1 count of assault on a minor and 1 count of criminal endangerment. Crowley allegedly crashed a car into the woods, walked away from the crash with the baby, but eventually left the 5-month-old in the woods because he said he got tired of carrying him. In court documents, prosecutors say Crowley admitted to officers he was high on meth and bath salts at the time. The first prisoner involved in a weekend riot at the Cascade County Detention Center appears in court. Zachary Paul Potts appeared on Tuesday for several probation violations. Documents state the 22-year-old was a major participant in the riot, and new felony charges will be filed against him. Potts was just sentenced last week for a theft charge. Sheriff Bob Edwards says the investigation into Saturday's riot is still ongoing. The Valley County Undersheriff has been placed on paid administrative leave. Luke Strawman is being investigated for an incident that took place 4 years ago. In a press release, Sheriff Vernon Berkeley said the Montana Department of Justice is investigating the incident that they say happened under the leadership of Sheriff Glenn Meyer, who retired back in 2017. Strawman is currently running for Sheriff of Valley County against Joe Horn. In other news today, the search continues for the teenage boy missing in the Yellowstone River since Friday. James Anderson disappeared after the boat he was on with his family capsized near Livingston. James's father, Jim Anderson, is a Gallatin County Sheriff's captain. He made it safely to shore along with his daughter. James's mother, Angie, died on the scene. The search for James turned into a recovery effort with crews from around Montana coming in to assist the Park County Sheriff's Office. Park County deputies say they are grateful for all of the people who have come to help, saying river searches are always difficult and take a tremendous amount of manpower and resources. They say they'll continue their efforts and hope to bring both James's family and the community closure as soon as possible. In Helena, more community-based health providers and consumers are suing the Bullock administration over cuts made earlier this year to their reimbursement rates. They maintain the budget cut restorations announced last week just aren't enough. The lawsuit filed in State District Court claims the Bullock administration did not follow the law when it proposed and enacted the cuts early this year. In January, providers took a 3% across-the-board cut in Medicaid payments, and case managers for low-income, mentally ill patients had their rates cut by nearly 60%. Those cuts were a result of budget decisions made by the legislature and the governor. This suit seeks to restore those cuts retroactively to January 1st of this year.
People may believe that because the governor has promised to restore the rates that things are going to go back to normal. And this is not like a spigot where you turn water on and turn water off and you can get those services back immediately. It really has dismantled the community services system, and it's going to take a long time to get back to where we were before this happened.
The Bullock administration says it plans to work with the providers to restore as many of the cuts as possible. Well, in other news, the Fort Belknap Fish and Wildlife started their dog roundup on the reservation last week. On a poster, it stated all dogs found on the reservation that weren't kenneled or chained would be impounded immediately. But Rescue Dogs, a nonprofit rescue shelter based in Dodson, says a tribal council member told them the dogs caught in the roundup would be killed. Because of this, the shelter is doing everything they can to give these dogs a second chance. They're bringing in dogs from the roundup to an undisclosed location and then transferring them to shelters across the state.
Making the animals pay, killing the animals, it's not the answer. Enforcing the laws, passing better laws is. And again, that's whether it's this community or anywhere in the United States. You're not going to solve it by creating a cycle of death.
Since the dog roundup started, Rescue Dogs has brought in 19 dogs. The roundup is scheduled to go until August 20th. Now turning our attention over to the weather scene, Ed, low visibility with some of the smoke around the region.
That's for sure. We're seeing more and more of that across the area. We're going to take a look at the iCam that's set up over towards Missoula, and you can see some of the haze there. The temperatures are still warming up. Got a little bit of an east breeze there, but you can definitely see it in the picture. Air quality issues across most of western Montana, at least picking up some particulate in the atmosphere across the central portion of Montana as well. And we've also got visibility being reported a little bit lower, especially in the northwest portion of the state. Visibility also be hampered by some clouds, and they'll start to move into the southwest portion of Montana. We're already starting to see that. We'll take a closer look at that with the forecast coming up here in just a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Ed. And as you mentioned, the Smoky haze gathering in western Montana is putting a bit of a damper on our summer skies. MTN's Augusta McDonald has more on where exactly it's coming from and when there might be some relief.
These heavy smoky skies moved in over the Missoula Valley from thousands of miles away.
So what we're seeing right now is smoke that is pretty high overhead that has come in from the fires burning in California and Oregon.
She says maybe some smoke from Washington and Idaho as well, but these conditions are largely fueled by devastating blazes burning southwest of Montana. Cofield says this smoky haze actually isn't as bad as it looks. Because the smoke hasn't quite settled down to the ground, air quality conditions haven't changed. Air quality remains moderate in most of western Montana. People who experience health effects at this level need to be aware.
Some people are extremely susceptible to the fine particulate in smoke, and if you are experiencing any health effects from smoke, certainly follow any medication plans or self-care plans that you have.
This haze is not expected to stick around for long. A changing weather pattern is expected to push this out-of-state smoke out of our area over the weekend. In Missoula, Augusta McDonald, MTN News.
Thanks, Augusta. And if you wonder where those numbers come from, air quality is measured using standards set by the Environmental Protection Agency. Some of the most common pollutants include carbon monoxide, lead, and fine particulate matter. Particulate matter is one of the primary reasons for poor air quality from wildfires. Air quality readings are recorded with a strip of paper with the darker circles indicating lower air quality. Well, thanks so much for joining us here on the Statewide Noon News this Wednesday. Coming up, details from a fiery plane crash in Mexico. But first, is more hot weather on the way? Ed has the answer in his full forecast right after the break.
You're watching MTN News with Samantha Harrelson. Storm Tracker weather with Ed McIntosh, and farm and ranch news from the Northern Ag Network. This is the noon news on Q2, Montana's news leader.